I'm Andy Burk, and today we're going to be tying a Pyramid Lake woolly worm. This is a very basic fly, but one of the key flies for Pyramid Lake. It's a simple fly too. We're going to use black flat wax nylon thread to tie it with. We're going to put it on a Mustad 3906B in a size 6. You could also use a TMCO 3761. You could use a TMCO 5262 or 63, a Mustad 9671 or 9672. You just need a hook that's got a little length and is plenty strong to land one of those big cutthroats out of Pyramid. As I said, this is a size 6. We're just going to use a piece of chartreuse colored crystal flash chenille. You could use chartreuse estage. You could even use regular chartreuse rayon chenille. For the tail and for the hackle of the fly, we're just going to use a couple of black saddle hackles. For the tail, I'm just going to use a little fluff from the base of the hackles. When you strip off all the junk down here, before you strip off those longer fibers, just go ahead and use them for the tail. Let's get our thread started. Give the hook shank a little coat of Dave's Flex Cement, and we'll start our flat wax nylon right at the eye of the hook. And we're going to wrap back right over the barb, just like so. Take a little bit of black fluff from the base of your marabou or your saddle hackle. Get a nice little tuft of marabou like so. Tie that in to form a short tail. One of the things you'll see a lot of the old timers out at Pyramid will tell you, oh, that fly's got too long of a tail, they're just biting the tail. I don't know, I fish a lot of those tadpole patterns with extremely long tails and don't have any problem catching fish. But that said, I tie most of my woolly worms with short tails because all the old guys say to. We're going to grab our crystal flash chenille. This is a really nice product, nice bright sparkly green color. Pyramid fish love green, especially in the spring. Nice chartreuse green like this. We're just going to tie in a strand like that, tie it right to the base of the tail. And one of the keys to making Pyramid woolly worms effective is I like to use 2 hackles to palmer the body rather than just one. And you'll notice we didn't weight this fly at all. Pyramid, you're fishing over a sand bottom, so if you add a bunch of weight to the fly and you're fishing it on a sinking line on a sand bottom, what happens is your fly gets dragged into the bottom and it just isn't as appealing to the fish. Now I've taken the 2 saddle hackles and I've just laid them one on top of the other, and I'm going to spread those fibers out. Just at the sides of just brush your fingers down like so. I'm not too concerned that these be perfectly stacked or aligned yet. Again, this is kind of a quick and dirty fly, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just going to trim those tips off so I don't have to trim them after they're tied in. We'll wrap back. So now we've got our hackles tied in, we've got our body material tied in, we've got our tail on there. All we need to do, put a little shot of Dave's Flex Cement on that underbody. Bring your crystal flash chenille forward, and we're just going to wrap a nice, dense chartreuse body. Boy, look at that stuff sparkle. No wonder fish like it. Most appealing looking material on the hook. And one of my favorites to tie Pyramid Lake flies with because of that. Pyramid Lake fish love flies that have sparkle, love bright colors. Just grab those 2 hackles and just wind them together. Just holding the 2 hackles together at the same time. There's 4 turns. About 5 turns. I usually put a extra turn or 2 up front just for a little extra fluff there. The other thing that having 2 hackles on the fly does is it makes it nice and bushy, so it'll bounce and wiggle as it moves across the bottom. And again, without being weighted, it doesn't dig into the bottom. It gets the fly right down to where it needs to be, and then it acts right too. You're going to win and catch a big cutthroat. Just whip finish that with a nice neat little thread head. Trim off any of your stray fibers. Catch it with my scissors. I always like to finish these bigger wet flies with a drop of head cement. A lot of people say, oh, head cement, it stinks up your fly and the fish don't take it. That's why any fly you fish subsurface, you should rub in some mud or some moss along the stream or lake edge before you fish it to help you scent it, because I guarantee you that head cement doesn't smell natural, but neither does crystal flash chenille or feathers that have been dyed in hot dye baths with acid dyes. Thank you very much. Check out more stuff at renoflyshop.com.